Welcome to the Anil Show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Oh, yes. Friends, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Anil is here with you this evening. How are you this evening? How was the day? Let's start right there first. Before we even get into anything at all, any business, how was your day? That's the big piece. It's a long week. Many things has happened this week so far. How was your week? Let me see what y'all are saying. Good evening, Charmian. Donna, good evening. How was your day? I know we're going to get into it. We're going to get into it. Don't worry yourself, friends. We're going to get into it. Balanced viewpoint as usual, because y'all know how it works, right? Let me see exactly where you are. Did you guys hit the like button? If you have not, can you please go ahead and do so? That's what gets people into the chat. So people get into the chat so we have more people to talk with. So y'all can tussle with more people. So you need to click the like button and say tussles with more people. That's what does that. Please hit the like button, friends. You're being advised by the moderators as well. Hit the like button. That gets us in there. Day was good. How was y'all's day? That's the first question. How was the day? Day was good. Good evening. One journey. Good day was good. What's up? Goddess, great day. Donna said good day. Lord. Shayla and Anthony belong together. They don't know how to think for themselves. Always said Anthony and Shayla belong together, and that would be the karma. So you already dip on Shayla and Anthony. All right, we're going to get into them nonetheless. It's no worries. It's no worries at all. We will get into them. That is for certain. Hit the like button, friends. If you have not hit the like button as yet, go ahead and do so. Let me see how many likes are there. We have 65 in. We haven't had you hit the like button yet. All right, okay. So let's jump into it. Let's jump into it and talk about this. So today they played the Anthony scene. The Anthony scene accompanied it accompanied Anthony basically, I don't know, reminiscing about Shayla, right? He was reminiscing about Shayla, clearly. You know, clearly he wanted something, right? So I mean, I'm thinking about it and I'm asking a couple of questions, right? I'm asking a couple of questions. Is Anthony seriously missing Shayla? Is Anthony missing Shayla, or is he confused? That is the question. Is Anthony missing Shayla? I'm confused. This is what we saw today.
Won't play no games. Wanna hold you tight. I wanna do it tonight. Keep you warm. I'll read right through your pillow. Girl, I will. I want to make. I wanna make some serious love tonight. I'll keep you warm. I'll break right through your pillow. Girl, I will. I want to make. I wanna make some serious love tonight. Whoa, oh, oh. Whoa.
Okay, so that's what we saw today. For the people that have been asking if O'Neal is being paid, I'm not being paid, friends. Not because you hear a song from me means I'm being paid. I'm not being paid. What's going on is as simple as this. There are certain guidelines which I must adhere to on YouTube, and so I have to use one of my music. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. I'm not being paid. Just so y'all know, I'm not being paid. What's going on? Is he missing her or is he confused? He's missing her. Hope this means that he's ready to sign divorce papers. You're not going to get that, Rhonda. Rhonda, you're not going to get him to sign the papers just like that. So take that out of your mind. If that's what you're thinking, take that out of your mind. Take that out of your mind, Rhonda. Whitewashing the Shayla character, but not buying it. They are whitewashing the Shayla character. They're trying to say that Shayla is innocent in all of this. Confused. Yes, he misses her, but he can get her to do things that Amber won't do. So the family dynamic for Kai, delusional, confused. Good evening, Nanya. Both of the versions of Shayla is that she's created in his head. Yes, he is missing, and yes, he's confused. So both things. Humans have short memories, and when in distress, they remember the good times and forget about the verbal and the physical abuse. I love this, Margaret. I love this because I feel like Anthony has forgotten what it was like when he was over by Shayla. And I'm not saying he should stay or do anything different. I'm just saying I think he has forgotten that. I think you're right. I think you're right. Confused, both of them. Anthony daydreaming about Shayla. What if, but she was still only has the baby mother because there was no wedding ring on Shayla's finger. That's true. And yes, Anthony is 100% confused, man. Good day to you, Jermaine. Shayla still has no ring on her finger. True. Makes sense. He's horny. I believe Anthony is actually missing Shayla. Is he missing Shayla or is he confused? The question is he daydreaming about why Shayla didn't have a ring on, confused. He's all over the place. So see, the reason why I ask about the confused line is because the truth of the matter is he said him and Pierre should be together. So that's why it makes me a little bit like, I think he's more confused than him really wants Shayla. I thought about the wanting Shayla first because I made a video on that. But after I started to think about it, I'm asking myself the question, but wait, if you're confused, right? I mean, if you really want Shayla, then why would you also tell Pierre you want her as well? That's why I'm coming up with a confused line. I feel like that's why the confused line hits me more. Confused, when someone hurts you, you try to go back to what was easy. Makes sense? Anthony, this is why we cannot rock with Anthony because we don't care. Cool the difference. Selling and Iman is not, but no, and I'm not buying, not one bit. They are selling something, by the way. I'm confused. I don't want to believe that he's truly belong. I'm wondering. I noticed that there's no ring. Note that there's no ring on her finger in this skit. Well, Anthony has already said he's not going to remarry again. He's not going to remarry again. So let me make that very clear. He said that. No, he's confused because he's hurt over Amber. When you're hurt, you always think about what if. He forgot about the abuse. He's just vulnerable and wants some pum pum. I would never like Anthony or Shayla character. Thought Anthony told Pierre what if. Okay, so yesterday y'all watched when I did the live with Auntie Riri, and one of the things Auntie Riri was pinpointing to, because we can talk about on our channel, one of the things she was pinpointing to was the Shayla character, and I think that they tried to explore Auntie Riri's position, her argument, because I asked the question I asked was, who is responsible for breaking the Daltons up? And I said, I remember saying, because I always kept this position, I said Shayla is the main person. Now, one of the things Auntie Riri pinpointed to was, the whole idea of who Amber was before Wayne, because yes, Amber had a past. So before the whole Anthony thing is who Amber Anthony was, or who Amber was. And she mentioned that, Amber had little stakes in it and those kind of things, and viable. The point I think I saw with it as what I get from that is when I go into those statements, they feel like a cop out for Shayla because it feels as though Shayla gets absolved. That's what I don't like about that argument. That argument tends to and I'm not saying that Auntie Riri is saying this, so that's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that that's what it does, though. Whenever it is that we ask who is the reason why the Daltons are here, when we clearly have a cheating episode with Shayla, and we clearly have her going back again and again and again and again and again, then how do you work that in? That's my question. Regardless of regardless of whatever it is that Amber has done, and I'm not giving her any whatever it is, but the idea for me is How does Shayla get absolved? That's my question. I wanted to listen to y'all. What's up, True to Love? We've missed you. We've missed you, True to Love. So I've always wanted to hear that from y'all to see exactly what's going on. He's going to turn into Brody because he's like her mom that would do anything to keep a man. But will Shayla, well, maybe. Who going to turn into Brody? He said he loved Pierre. That's what I'm saying too. Who's supposed to put the ring on her finger? Not quite certain. Dudes go back their baby mamas for years, even doing reruns on kids while they're still married. I think that's maybe what it is. So I wanted to hear y'all's take on that. Amber was not the catalyst in her marriage because she was cheating, because Shayla was doing this since middle school when she took her best friend from Delicia's boyfriend. Please see my video where Shayla climbed into the bed and Anthony was furious when he walked up to Shayla. He was drunk and these people need to admit it. Shayla supporters. Anthony is going to turn into Brody if he get back with Shayla, because like mother, like daughter, who would do anything to stay in a relationship? What's up, True to Love? We miss you. I want Amber to go through with the divorce. I wanted to hear y'all's take on this. It was a take yesterday and I wanted to hear my audience. No one with clean hands, that is for sure. Definitely in these skits. Shayla having Anthony's baby was truly the icing on the cake. That's what I've said, Donna. My thing is Shayla making sure she had a child for Anthony was the thing. I think the baby is the biggest factor. Maybe I'm wrong, but let me see what y'all are saying. The baby is the biggest reason why things went further left. I don't know, friends. I don't know. I'm asking y'all, true or false. We have to stop overlooking the Shayla was in a full-blown live relationship with Arby. It wasn't like Shayla was single. Arby was taking care of everything she needed. Thank you very much for this. See, I wanted to challenge this because I feel like I examined it in my mind and I said, I wanted to hear. I wanted to see exactly if I was off of my bunkers. And let me explain what we mean when we say Kai. What we mean is this. If you look at the screen, you'll see what Anthony has in his mind. Anthony has always had an image of a family, meaning him, a baby, and whatever else it is. The fact that, look at what's going on in the screen. Shayla has her child in the middle of right there, so which is what Anthony wants, an heir to his throne. And Amber is not in that picture, is creating an issue for him. And it would create an issue for him. It would have always created an issue for both of them, even for Amber as well too. Any woman at all who's been deprived of a baby like this is going to have issues. Told y'all it's the baby. Kai needs to be a part of Anthony's karma. Shayla knows the exceptional date, and that's why she doesn't answer Amber's questions. That's why I'm asking these questions here, ladies. When Anthony first found out that's not his baby, he will be destroyed. I'm saying the baby have something to do with it. I'm saying the baby is big because when you get you see, maybe you can overlook the woman, but the baby is always there. Like you can't go around the baby. That's the thing. Exactly. Angelina is a hypocrite and Anthony needs to be hit hard with karma. Angelina coaching Anthony to do to Amber what she threatened Brody. He better not do to her. Yes. I'm beginning to think Anthony is just horny. I think it's more than him just being horny though, Sabrina. I feel like there's more to it right now. I'm confused. That's what they mentioned, that I'm confused. In a nutshell, they've mentioned that he's confused. That is true. Shayla did RB wrong. That is true. Shayla supporters insist that this is his baby. This is not this man's child. Yes, it is. The baby is a constant reminder of the affair. You're right. I'm just throwing it out there to you, the audience. I wanted to hear from y'all. True. This is your day, friends. I wanted to hear from y'all as to what y'all thought. It was a conversation yesterday between myself and Auntie Riri, and I wanted to see exactly what y'all thought because I like comments and I like to hear what my audience is thinking. I'm very inclusive. I try to be as inclusive as possible. It's just what I do. It's just what I do, friends. I try to be as inclusive as possible so that y'all can tell me what I think. What are y'all thinking? What are y'all thinking in every single thing? Let me see what I say. Anthony has Stockholm syndrome because he's delusional about the treatment from Shayla. He's blocked all physical and verbal abuse. So they will leave it where it is. It's Anthony's baby. We're not sure. Maybe not. Shayla's not checking for Anthony right now, and he could have all this with Amber, and she never miscarried hers and Anthony's baby. And see, why I say Shayla is to be blamed is because Amber lost her child partially because of Shayla. This is why I said this is why Shayla is big for me. Amber lost her child partially because of Shayla. Partially. Let me get what y'all giving me. Partially she lose it because of Shayla. Shayla is the biggest snake in the script. She bite her sister's friend in the back for material things and wanted her lifestyle. No female in the script can ever be trusted. So I want to say this. Only but Anthony shows no remorse of baby Amber miscarried due to him and Shayla. I okay. You must realize how I think he has wherewithals, but men respond to miscarriage a little different than women do. I will say this, Rhonda. Men have a different response to miscarriages than women do. A woman will feel a miscarriage more than a man feels a miscarriage. If that makes sense to you. Women feel that more than men do. I'm not saying men are, what you call it now, stoic, and they're unable to feel at all, or they're lacking of emotion. I'm not saying that because they don't lack emotion. It's just that they show emotion a little bit different from how a woman would show emotion. Unless it's a soft man, basically. If it's a soft man, then not different. Amber should have never took Anthony back. So what y'all are saying, Kai is definitely the reason why Anthony always wanted a family. And every time he sees Amber with him, it reminds him of what he wanted with his wife. That's why I said that. I love this. Zanet, I love this. I totally love this explanation, Zanet. This is a very, very good explanation as to what you're giving. See, I was giving that yesterday, but I say, you know, let me wait. Next time Anthony was reminiscing about Roe. I think he's on a reminiscent kick. You know what I mean? He was reminiscing with PR after all. Anthony daydreaming about going back to Shayla when he knows how she treated her, and he had a bird's eye view yesterday of Angelina was treating Brody, because he's just going through emotion right now. I want to see Shayla and Anthony get their karma. I think they are going to get it. I think we're on the path to karma, and to be very fair with you, I think we are. I think we are. I think we are going to see that. When Journey can reach out to me, I try to. Okay, that's something different for one Journey. Let's see. Give me one moment here. He has remorse. It prompted him to confess to Amber, but Shayla interrupted him. That's what I'm saying. Shayla has consistently played a role in the, what you call it now, in how he's able to communicate with Amber. That's kind of what I was getting to. You know what? I love this. I love this from Miss T. Kai is the only reason why Anthony enjoys Shayla. It's the family package, not Shayla. Interesting. See, Misty, eventually I started to think about this when I watched a daydream. Because I'm looking at the daydream, but eventually I realized it was the kid. Check this out, friends. Miss T is asking a question and I want to know if she's right.
Girl, I wanna make some serious love tonight. I'll keep you warm. I'll break right through your pillow. Girl, I wanna make some serious love tonight. Whoa, oh, oh, whoa.
See, that's what we see right here. So let me read a comment thing there. Anthony going to daydream about a lot more things before Amber is back from her birthday vacation. I wanted to hear y'all's thing because I felt like we had a conversation yesterday. I had a nice little conversation with Anthony and she mentioned this, and I said, let me bring it to the audience. Let me hear from y'all. It's up. Okay. I'm giving her no breaks at all. I am giving the thing their character no breaks. None. One moment here, friends. I don't give the Shayla character any breaks, but I think that people are trying to find ways and means of giving her a break, and I just won't. I just cannot. I don't believe she deserves it. Anthony's weak. Wayne needs to portray the brothers better than cornballs we see on the screen. They do. I say no because of them hugging at the end. Yes, Angela Paul, I think it's the baby. Yes, eventually. He would have been tired of Shayla because she doesn't fit. I believe that too. Miss T is correct. Shayla don't want Anthony. Everyone just wanted to know that I'm Amber and Anthony's biggest advocate. We are too, but it is what it is. So my time is Laverne. It is what it is, I guess, Believe that too. Somebody says no. Says yes. Miss Team say yes. Them agree. I'm asking you a question today. He looks better. He looks better. He looks at Shayla in a more delicate way because she birthed his baby. Amber should never have gone back to him. It's not like Amber said that he watched Amber have a miscarriage, but then he went and had a baby with her best friend, and he doesn't want that part. Wait, hold on. They had the baby at the same time. Hold on. That's not how that's what I'm saying. The baby that they got it about the same time, actually. Mary and them get the baby about the same time. To be very fair, the baby happened about the same time. You like the music, Deborah? Thank you very much for the music. It's YouTube. And YouTube has certain things that I have to add my own music. So there you go. I mean, you get something from out of O'Neill's repertoire. Anthony is still not the father he desperately wants to be. He's a provider. Well, he was spending time today. Well, let me ask y'all this. Did you like the time? Let me ask you, do you like the time he's spending with Kai? Let's look on a positive. Do you like the time Anthony is spending with Kai? And I'll tell you this. Yes or no. And I will say this. I'm going to give Amber credit because she has left this man destitute. He now has to spend time with his child. Courtesy of your girl Amber. I'm going to give her credit. You go stick around. Stick around. I'm giving Anthony credit. Because of Amber, because of what Amber has now said to him, he has to spend this time with his child. And this is what I wanted Amber to do. I wanted her to give time. Make him go spend time with his kid. Yesterday they were pregnant at the same time. That is correct. Same time. Yes. Somebody says yes, yes, yes. Somebody said no. No, Caroline, why not? Don't like Anthony. Yes. Yes. Don't matter if you don't like him. Do you like the fact that he's spending time with his kid? That's the question. He doesn't have a choice. Amber is not there to watch him. Exactly. Exactly, Mary. Amber is not there. So guess what now? You need to go spend time with your picnic. That's it. That's it. Yes. I like that he's spending time with Kai. Correct. Remember, I know we wanted to see this, so now we're seeing this. Courtesy of your girl, Amber, he's spending time. What storyline would Amber have if they divorced? I'm not sure. Amber's had her storylines before. They probably can put her with somebody else. I don't think it's hard. Yes. They probably will do it where they'll probably make them separate. Who knows? And then probably get back together. Yes. I do. He seems to be with this time. I like this. You should never stay with someone for a child. Successful co-parenting is key. I think so. Finally spending time with Kai. Yup. Yes, I did like that. He looked more relaxed and happy. I think Amber was pregnant first. He would force Shayla to get an abortion. Exactly. Thank you very much, Charmin. That's what I'm explaining to them. Shayla was pregnant first. Then Amber got pregnant. That's what happened. Shayla was pregnant first. Then is when Amber got pregnant. Now, if Amber had gotten pregnant first, it would have been different. And I think that Shayla knew that. Shayla knew the baby was important. That's why she made sure she facilitated getting rid of Amber's baby. I'm going to say it that way. I'm going to say it that way. Yes. Yes. Shayla is Wayne's favorite because her character is very much disliked and he feels sorry for her. Love it. The character is spending time with Kai. Yes, of course, the time he's spending with Kai is great. However, he should also spend some time in the courthouse trying to figure out if Kai is his. I quite very there something else. Why have to trouble the man like this? It gives weekend daddy vibes. Well, look, to be very fair now, we've seen him all week. Will there be one? He's been all week, he's been dropping the baby off and going over. That's what he's been doing. We've seen him at Shayla's house a lot of times. Look here, it is what it is. It courtesy of your girl Amber, he's now having to spend time with him kid. That's all on the need for know. All the need for know is that he's been forced to be a dad. Amber is forcing him to be a father. And that's all that matters. Anthony did tell Shayla to get an abortion. Remember, she went to the clinic and didn't go through with it correct. No, that's why he's daydreaming about the Shayla mess, because he wants the mom to help him with the baby. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, all right, I like this. Listen to me. I wanted to see exactly what y'all thought on this. There's a lot coming. Welcome in, friends. The people who are just coming in. Come in, welcome in. It's always a pleasure to have y'all on deck, on screen. Let's jump into some other pieces. I wanted y'all to see the Anthony thing, and I felt like they were trying to whitewash Shayla, but I'm not having it, so them can miss me with that, with the whitewashing of Shayla. The whitewashing Shayla thing, people can miss me with that, because she cannot be whitewashed. It doesn't matter how much you try to pull with it, it shows me that she's still where she is. So let me change gears a little bit. Angelina came over, right? Angelina came over, and Angelina's been very integral today. We need to talk about Angelina. There's a lot going on. I'll soon get into the Delicia piece, because there is something I think I saw. There's something that I think that we saw today. Something I think we see. But let me see if I can jump into it. Give me one moment. So people is trying to whitewash both of the characters, and it's not working. Now with O'Neal. O'Neal can see right through what's going on. Y'all are trying to see if we can whitewash them. That's not gonna work. So Shayla was talking to her mother today about things. Vanzolo, yes, Vanzolo, make sure I get it. You're different. He's daydreaming about peace, like Brody said. Shayla brings her man peace. Really? You mean kicking him inside and behind is peaceful? Which part of that peaceful? Let's run into this.
Talked about everything that happened, and he just made me realize that, like, he is a public figure, so I can't just be acting out in public. They can sell it to the blog.
Time out. That's his story. What about your story? What about how you feel? You see, because you are me and I am you, this game is what men play best. They do whatever they want just because they put some money up for a house and some lights and food and whatever. And they think that they can own you, treat you, however, not be emotionally accountable. So if you don't put your foot down, you are just going to be just like every other woman. Now, I'm telling you what the game is.
But what am I supposed to do, Mom? I feel like I listened to him.
So this was one of the skits then, right? Now, remember, again, I had another conversation. Again, we had a conversation yesterday with Auntie Riri, and we were talking about these characters. And one of the things I love about Auntie Riri is her ability to try to see exactly if she can look at like a different dimension of the characters. That's one of the things that I think I like, is her ability to try to see if she can open up a different dimension. But I feel like, no care how you open the dimension of Angelina and Shayla, it still points back to these people are just vicious. She needs to see a therapist. Evan, you're correct. She definitely needs to see a therapist. I'm a woman of a certain age, and I won't be looking at the top skirt, the top and the skirt. Amber, just like Angelina, she never gave Anthony no peace. Good night, y'all. How is everyone doing today? We're doing well. I'm sick of Angelina and Shayla this week. Oh my God, it's too much. They're giving us a lot of Angelina and Shayla. She's trying to tell Shayla how to run her business, right? That's what she's trying to tell Shayla. She's giving Shayla lots of lectures.
To carry on with children. Iman will come and men will go.
Listen to this. Because I think she went into did she go into the Anthony story? Let me see if she went into the Anthony story. Let me get that clip for y'all. Let me go for that clip. Because I want y'all to see how far she went. Because this is just Angelina in a nutshell. It doesn't matter. And this is kind of what I'm talking about. This is what I was talking about this morning. It's exactly what I was talking about. It just never stops. It never stops. Even though Anthony's still married, it never stops. But I wanted to show y'all this.
A lot of heartache. Put the boundaries in place. There's no harm in that. Because I guarantee you, if he came out and saw you with another man, you'd catch holy hell.
Okay, so penalize him, fine him. Yeah. How much?
Well, before you start saying, oh, he takes care of this and everything is paid, make him make a deeper investment.
Which is what? I mean,
and you need to meet his children. I mean, isn't it about time? If he's serious about having a long-term relationship with you, then yeah.
All right, let's stop it right there. Let's get into this. Will Iman allow Shayla to meet his kids? There we go. I was looking for a bunch of pieces in here because I wanted us to talk on this. Angelina can't give advice to any rooster. Angelina is okay with Shayla playing stupid to a married man, but is furious about acting. This is what I was talking about today. Stephanie, I'm glad that you're pinpointing what O'Neil is saying is inconsistent. This was the point that I was trying to make yesterday. That she's inconsistent. You're giving me one thing on one breath, but you're giving me upon another breath. Everything you're doing has a motive. It's not coming from any one place. This is why I don't believe in it being a survival tactic. I don't believe in none of that. I believe it's just, hey, this woman is just this type of woman. That's what she is. Iman is not thinking about any of them. Angelina is hurt to the core, and if she doesn't hurt herself, get herself some therapy, she will have a stroke. Angelina and Shayla take over the skit this week. Too much. Amber gave Anthony nothing but peace, and that's why she couldn't figure out how he was unfaithful. To be very, very fair, to be very fair with you, I'm gonna be very fair with you. Outside of the times that Shayla came into their marriage, Amber gave Anthony peace. The times when Amber didn't give any peace is because Shayla not allow Amber to give Anthony any peace. That's the funny thing. Goddess, I'm trying not to. Iman and Anthony is the same person. Only difference is that he can control Anthony and she can't control Iman. Angelina is a witch. Nope. Will they meet Iman's person? Iman has options and you can't put your foot down with that. Hope not. Nope. Never. She's trying to break them up. Nope, exactly. That's what I think it is, Sabrina. No. Nope. Never. Nope. No. Never. Not meeting the kids. This is what he was daydreaming about. Angelina is in a relationship and trying to control him again. Iman isn't. Nope. No. You said no. Not in his lifetime. Double no. Heck no. No. No again from Tina. Little Junie, not gonna want to meet Shayla. Definitely not gonna meet Shayla. Angelina keeps interfering in Shayla's relationships, even if Shayla to get with Anthony, and Angelina keeps on telling her what to do. Eventually, Anthony will not want to be with Shayla. Exactly. What do you mean stop it, Vanswell? What do you mean stop? What we stopping? What are we stopping? No. Shayla is a fully fledged pothead. She is. I noticed that today, by the way. She is. So basically, when I say no, Angelina is saying the investment is she should allow him to meet. She should ask Iman to meet the kids. That's why she should have asked Iman to meet the kids. And I right off the cuff, I said to myself, I don't think that Iman is gonna go for that. I don't believe Iman is going to go for that. I'm like, there's no way he's going to go for something like that. I don't believe Iman go for something like that, you know. No, Iman's kids don't need the money to be these kids. Clearly. She knows Anthony is not a fool. Iman isn't. She knows Anthony is a fool and Iman isn't. It's correct. Well, yesterday I said Angelina is an opportunist. And I said that. In your estimation, is Angelina an opportunist? Yes or no? Is Angelina? I said Angelina is an opportunist. That's what I said. She's an opportunist. She's a woman who tries to see if she can win things. Listen to her in this.
Time and spending time with him? Okay, listen. You are going to be sick to your stomach, okay? When you look up and Anthony's fine little behind is divorced, the divorce is finalized, ink is dried, and women all around the state and the city know that that fine man is available. You're going to be upset with yourself for the rest of your life to let that man get away and watch another woman have the type of life that was really meant for you.
This is what I was pinpointing yesterday. I was pinpointing the same exact thing yesterday. This is what I was pinpointing yesterday. I don't know if y'all was on the live. I was on live for a little bit, for a little while. Me, the Auntie Reviews, and the Auntie Reviews eventually joined, and Auntie Review was on live, and we're talking about the Angelina character in depth. And she asked, why do I dislike the Angelina character? And I said, well, I dislike the Angelina character because she doesn't stand on anything, or what she stands on I don't stand with. That's just basically it. This is what the woman think about. Angelina knows that Anthony is one to be manipulated. Exactly. And I said, the only reason why Angelina wants Shayla to be with Anthony is because she wants to be able to control the money. That's it. She has already called him a sucker. Angelina you can come get Anthony. That's it. Yes, she's a rooster pimp. She would sell her daughter to the highest bidder. That's basically it. Yes. She is a rooster pimp. Angelina needs to focus on her own marriage and she doesn't do these things. She sounds desperate. That's what it sounds, desperate. Shayla is going to get to a place where she will have to choose between Iman and her mom. Iman is eventually going to give her an ultimatum. Yes, y'all are saying yes in the comments. I would be totally shocked if he brings his daughter and his kids. I don't think his daughters are coming to his kids. I don't believe so. Them can't forget about that. No way. User is a user, that's for sure. Opportunist. She's an opportunist. She's an opportunist. Definitely. Exactly. It's always something. It's always something. Kai is going to get sick and need blood, and Anthony's not going to be able to match. Why don't you believe them? Look at thing I say Kai get sick. Don't call on a sickness on the kid. Y'all are really something else, I swear. But I was showing this yesterday. This is what I was talking about yesterday when I said Angelina does these things. She does them. She does them. Angelina is not aware that Anthony is the one who does not want to sign the divorce papers. She thinks he wants to sign them. Angelina is sick. Vanswell, let's say Vanswell, is Shayla really a cheater? When she is with anyone, she doesn't cheat and stuff. That is not true. I don't know who keeps saying these things. Y'all keep saying this to make it seem as though Shayla is... Again, people are trying to whitewash the Shayla character. Stop it. Is Shayla a cheater? Yes or no? This is a narrative that people are running. That Shayla is this faithful person. She's not. The woman was sleeping with Anthony at the same time while she was sleeping with Arby. Stop it. Y'all need to stop it. While she was sleeping with Mike, Anthony was getting some of the pom-pom. Stop it, man. What are we talking about here? Come on now, friends. She have a baby on her boyfriend. What are we talking about? And basically pinned the child on her boyfriend. This is the narrative that's running a lot in out on Skid Row. This is the narrative being run. All of a sudden, people is making Shayla out to be this super faithful woman, which men don't want to get that from. Where do you guys get it from? When is she cheating with Anthony? When she had Arby, she had a man. Anthony kept telling her she deserved to be with her man. Angelina is evil and all about the money. Yes, y'all know. No, she has cheated before. We know this. Yes, Brody always shows up as a mirror to Angelina's hypocrisy. Exactly. That's why that is okay. Listen to me. Brody has done his dirt, but the one thing about Brody is that him call Angelina out on her BS. Everywhere Angelina go is mess, and she is messy. Thus, her daughter is messy. That's the thing them have in common. Cheated on Arby. Cheated on Arby. Yes, of course she cheated on Arby. What are you talking about? She cheated on Arby Vanswell. Please, your girl has been out here giving out the pum pum. She gonna ride it till the lips them fall off. Ride it till the pum pum lips them fall off. So please, do not bother with that. Don't bother with that, Vanswell. Those pum pum lips have been overworked. Let's not do this, Vanswell. Shayla's pum pum has been over. Shayla's pum pum is overworked. Overworked, Vanswell, overworked. Angelina is talking too much, taking too much Ozempic, getting to her head, and she's wicked. Yes. Messy boots. Shayla is faithful to keep lies and secrets that benefit her. Shayla did Arby wrong. After Iman divorced, Anthony's richer. See? Shayla needs to get off her back and get a job and a career. That's what she needs. We're talking about after Anthony left. We're not talking about that, Vanswell. There's a narrative that people keeps running in the skits where they make it look like Shayla is this, I don't know, this lovely woman who is, not doing anything at all. It needs to stop. I couldn't even say, y'all need to stop. I know y'all are trying to be objective, but there's no objectivity in that. We know what we saw. When we saw what we know. God. That's what it is. She's a 3 or 4. We know this. Angelina knows that she doesn't have any leverage to control Iman, and Iman controls Shayla with the house. And he does and he doesn't. Because the truth of the matter is, I don't think Iman wants that house back. He may control her because of leaving. Iman doesn't care about the house that Shayla is in. He doesn't care about it. Vanswell is misbehaving. Vanswell should know better. Angelina is not better than Brody. She cheated as well. Yes, Brody did it first, but she finished it. And if Diesel stayed, she would have been cheating with Diesel with no divorce. That's what I said yesterday, Keisha. That's exactly what I said. You cannot give me one thing, but doing the same thing on the next breath. You can forget about it. You can't forget about it. You can forget about it. That's exactly what I said yesterday. I'm glad you raised that point. Shayla's pum pum has more miles than her car. Yeah. Since that she's been with Arby. So please, friends, let's not do this. With our content hate, she's been good to Anthony and Iman. How has she been good to them though? When she wants something, come on now. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's not do that. Anyways, let me let's not do that. The big piece of today is this. More mileage upon the Shayla Pum Pum Vanswell. So please, the mileage on Shayla Pum Pum is extremely high. And the audience knows this. We know this. The audience is aware. So I wanted to take you to this because I feel like this is the main thing for me for today. This was the main scene for me. This was the biggest scene for me for today. Good night, Angela Atkinson. This is the main scene for, like I said before, look here. I'm objective with my Amber, and me know sometimes them say, O'Neal, this is whatever it is, and O'Neal is a no. But if we're going to call a speed, we're going to call a speed a speed. I've just been listening to some of the narratives them, and I'm trying to analyze what people are saying. But when I analyze it, you cannot win. Some people are trying to win me that, it was all Amber's fault why her marriage has gone the way it is. And I'm saying that can't be so. And you have Shayla in there doing all sorts of things that she's doing. Ain't no way. Diesel was humbling Angelina, and when he left, she went right back to Shayla's wicked mother. Correct. But she's cussing out Brody, and she has been on she's been taken to the candy shop. Diesel took Angelina to the candy shop. That's what it is. Diesel took her to the candy shop. I'll take you to the candy shop. Pam, 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 all out. Keep going until you hit the spot. Anywho, let's jump into this portion of it. Everything I'm blaming Amber. Now, I could not have sat down and allowed that to happen. But I sit down and I try to examine it. I'm say, you know what, O'Neal, maybe you're missing something in there. Then they showed a bunch of scenes to them, and I said, no, you're not missing anything. It's just another narrative. That's why it's just another narrative. That's why O'Neal tries to be as objective as possible. And that's why I gave you the 2 people's time period on the channel. She may have been her worst. See, Rusan, you listen to me. And I've said this before. Yes, she may have been her worst enemy, right? In terms of how she has befriended Shayla, which is exactly why Shayla is a thing. But to say that she forced Shayla to get in the bed with Anthony, she helped Anthony to put it in and take it out every single night and to do whatever it is just a stretch. Then to have a baby is a stretch. And I think that's what people are starting to allude to. And me like, I don't know if I can make that. I don't know if I can make that claim. That's a long claim. I think we're stretching it. That's what I'm talking about there, Rusan. People started to stretch the truth. While me I call it straight, you can't stretch the truth. Angelina is foul because she has a married, as a married woman. How do you bring the sideman in your husband's home and have the man wearing your husband old broke? Correct. Correct. But what's to say to that ever happen if Anthony didn't get drunk that night? Okay, but even if it happened, my thing doing a Rusan is this. Even though let's look at the one night that Anthony was drunk. But them do it again. And again. And again. And again. And again. Now, Rusan, you're a male like myself. You may have been with, drunk at one point in time. Let me put it this way. You may have been drunk. And somewhere, somehow, you get with some girl that the face not look good, she ugly. You understand? Hey, friends, I'm just giving an example. I'm giving context. You don't think the girl is attractive then? Fine. If you want not use ugly, then she's not attractive. Hold on, Deborah. You think the girl is not attractive and you sleep with her that night because you're drunk. Be very fair, Rusan. Are you telling me that you're going to be going back multiple other times? That is the question. That is the question I'm going to try to ask people. But nonetheless, let me get into it. Only I totally disagree with you. What was the last night Shayla plotted how she wanted Anthony? With what was said last night, Shayla plotted how she wanted Anthony. Where do you disagree with Deborah? I don't know where you're disagreeing with. Rusan, put that in your brain and come again. You're drunk, Rusan. You never identified the girl. The lights were off. She said, Rusan, let me give you some of this, whatever it is. She looked like Shanini. The girl, good Lord. Hold on, Rusan. Hold on, Rusan. Come, let's work this. Since as y'all want to give me the drunk night thing and tell me, oh, the drunk night would have never happened, whatever it is, You get the girl and she look just like this, Shenene. And we know Shenene. Hard. It's hard. It's, let's just say you got drunk and the girl looks like Shenene. Hard. It's, but talk about hard. It's, it's, Rusa, let's just say she look like Shenene. Well, if I put her ear like Shenene here, let me see if we can get the ear up. Let me see if we can get it up. Let's just say she looks like Shenene. Lord, come on, let me see the time. Well, on Angela Atkinson, I'm gonna be looking at your comment in just a little bit. Give me one moment. Let me see if we can tackle. Let me see if we can reach this out here. So with Rusan, she look like Shenene. Hard. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, because I'm a lady. Rusan, you get drunk and you wake up with Shenene. Well, a girl like Shenene. I'm just saying. Are you telling me that the other time you're going to go back because, to be very fair, O'Neill, if I hadn't gotten drunk, I wouldn't have gone back. You're telling me you'd have been going back? I'm just saying, Rusan. You know that O'Neill is right. You know. You know that what I'm saying is correct. Give me one moment here. See, him can't say anything. Rusan is speechless because him know now that what I'm saying. Look here. Anthony gets a pass for the first night because, of course, the woman do whatever it is while intoxicated. I get it. You get a pass. But you cannot get a pass for the other times. That's why. That's exactly why you get beaten. Amber should have been the one to make sure that her drunk husband either stayed at the condo with her or should. And I get all of that. But nonetheless, he cannot not get the. Whether it was that night or another night, Shayla would have still come for him. That's what I'm seeing with it, Rusan. Shayla, this is what I'm saying, Rusan. Shayla would have gone for Anthony no matter what. Based on what Shayla said, she would have gone for Anthony no matter what. That's what I'm getting from her. This is what we get from the woman. Regardless of what had occurred, she would have gone after her. Give me one moment, sharing the views. Give me one moment, see if I can find a comment. Give me one moment, Angela Atkinson. What I want to know is if Amber cheats, she will lose her 50%, but Angelina live with a man in her matrimonial home. So how comes Angelina entitled to 90%? May that make sense? I think what they will look at. Remember, say Angelina's been there for a long time. I think length of time matters in Angelina's case. What video is that, sharing the views? Look here. Give me one moment. Give me one moment, sharing the views. I'm not saying I want you to get this from me, Rusan. I'm not saying that Amber don't have a role for playing in our thing, That's not what O'Neill is saying. Because O'Neill believe that, each person have them roles. The problem I have with it, though, is that there's a narrative that make it seem as though, Shayla was going to do the right thing and, that there's nothing to, what you call it now, it's almost like they've whitewashed the character. That's what I'm trying to say to you. I think you're sending me the one with her telling let me see, sharing reviews. I think it's the hold on, sharing reviews. Are you talking about the one where she talked to Angela Atkinson? Let me respond to you first. I think the timeline matters because Angelina has been married longer. So in other words, there's more to look into as far as that marriage is concerned versus Anthony and Amber's marriage because they married younger. But nonetheless, she does deserve that though. So if Amber did not go home with her husband, if Amber did not go home with her husband, Shayla would have no right to sleep with. And that's what I'm saying. It's like it's almost like we're moving the goalpost over Anthony, and I don't want that to happen. While I can say that yes, Amber has participated in some of the pieces that were there, it still doesn't excuse Anthony from doing his thing, and it still does not excuse the mere fact that Shayla has throughout the marriage consistently pecked at trying to pick Amber off. It still not excuse that. So if a man sends his woman home while she's drunk and she sleeps with another man, her cheating would be her husband's fault. Is that what we're saying? That's not what I'm saying. Because no. Nope. No. Can't be my fault. She has to control herself. So no, I'm not saying that either. I know what thing they're saying, but I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Put in the earrings, please. What earrings? What earrings? Put in the earrings. What earrings? Or you just provide another narrative. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. I know the narrative you're going at. I'm showing you. Okay, I see what you're saying. Just provide another narrative. What I was alluding to, Rusan, is that a lot of people are trying to whitewash the Shayla character. I'm watching people trying to see if them can say, hey, I mean, this was never Shayla's fault. She just got, locked up on all of this thing. They're trying to whitewash it. Cheating is cheating. Cheating is cheating. That is for sure. Them a try whitewash it, Rusan. That's why I was talking to you with it. They're trying to whitewash it. Angela needs karma for everything that she's trying to put her daughter on a married man just for money. What even they get is good for them. What they get is good for them. I'm looking on, let's see. What did I miss? Did I miss something? Okay, I didn't miss something. Why didn't Amber come home with her husband? So what did you never go home? Listen to me, man. It's your responsibility to not be too drunk, number one. And number two, please. You're responsible for your actions. My problem I'm having with a lot of the narratives is the narratives make it seem as though you're not responsible for your actions. And O'Neill is always going to push back on that. That's my problem. That's my only problem with it. Yes. On the right, yes. Did as Amber facilitated Shayla around? Yes. Amber sent her husband home with the best friend dealing so he would not be okay. Shayla was waiting for the opportunity to get with him. That's what I've been saying. Listen to me. The woman went there on her own accord. He went there. He didn't go home with Shayla. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Brody said he took care of her all her life. She contributed nothing, but she deserves 90%. They say Amber did not contribute. She's not getting the 90%. In case you don't realize, she's not getting it. She asking Brody to sign the papers as well. Brody's not signing the papers. Brody's not signing those papers, Angela Atkinson. Brody's not signing them. She wants him to sign them, but he's not signing them. But them could. They're trying to pure wash. Exactly. They're trying to whitewash the Shayla character. Shayla was red eye. That's correct. Even though I don't like this Angelina character, I believe Angelina knows something is up with Delicia. Angelina is trying to pimp her daughter out to the biggest bidder. The diamond earrings that Anthony got for Amber. True. Where are the earrings? We don't know. Cheating is definitely cheating. I hate when people try to categorize it like saying Amber was cheating before the marriage. Who cares? But that's what I mean. It's like, so what I'm doing is I'm trying she was cheating or wasn't cheating. Them try to categorize it, that's all. People try to say them can break it together, and that's where I have the issue. Only so you're saying you wouldn't go anywhere without your wife. What do you mean? If my wife's friend took her home and my friend went to go sleep with my wife, then yes, I would leave her. She's an unfaithful woman. She don't know if hold her thing together. I'm telling you what I would do. Amber didn't do that, but I'm telling you what I would do. She shouldn't be ending up in a position like that. Just like how she don't expect me to end up in a position like that. That's what I'm saying. No, we're talking about a man. We're talking about a man. It's not even a woman, it's a man. All right, so let's check out something with Angelina right here. So with this Delicia story, I wanted to get into this. Look at Angelina, listen to Delicia right here.
Any of the money Iman's giving me, I mean, we need to know what's really going on, you know? Because it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that Shayla is losing it, you know? And I just think that we gotta get to the bottom of this. So I'm gonna do it because she's not gonna dive deep into what really happened.
And so let's say you do find the girl. Then what?
Okay, so Delicia came last night and she gave us all of this gamut and she tell you what woman need to do, blah, 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 blah. Y'all know it works. Okay, something tells me that Angelina, give me one moment here, Stephanie, give me one moment. Does Angelina think something is up with Delicia? Yes or no? That's what's going on. Give me one moment, Stephanie. Bear with me here. Shayla was jealous of Amber, but in her DNA, it's in her DNA because her grandmother was with a married man, and that's infidelity produced Angelina. O'Neill, why isn't Brody signing the papers? Because him don't want to give up 90%. Put Angelina put a camera in the plant. We're gonna discuss it. We did talk about it today. Amber did not leave her husband on the road. Dalen took him home to go home. So Shayla have no right to go to. Thank you very much. Angela Atkinson, thank you very much. Because it's what I'm saying. You guys, you can't just create a narrative. She never sent him home with Shayla either. She never sent home Anthony with Shayla. Shayla went there on her own. Sneakily. She did that. This is what I'm saying. And people make it look like that is Amber's fault. Like Amber told her to do this. Amber, you know what, Shayla? You know what I want you to do? I want you to sneak out of my house and go sleep with Anthony. Come on, friends. Like, you can't whitewash the woman and give her the, I don't know what y'all are trying to give her. I just don't know. I just don't get it sometimes. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Which one of the comments, Stephanie? I think I read the comment, didn't I? I just don't get it. People try to forget that. Angelina needs karma for trying to put her daughter on a married man just for the money. What everything they get is good for them. So let me see what I say here. So does Angela think that something is up? Most are saying yes. I think she thinks something is up. Delicia is now starting to show herself as being a snake. So Angelina is getting a taste of her own medicine. Delicia is worrying too much about Iman, and Angelina is picking up on something. Yes, Delicia said something last night and just now. Correct. Just last night she complaining, and last night I told y'all, when them come up with these men references, you know, O'Neill always checking it because him always saying, they always talk about the man doing this and the man doing that and the man doing this, then the two-twos, them doing something different. Angela P is not Brody who won't sign the papers. It's Angelina who won't sign because Brody won't give her 90%. There you go. To explain it to you. Brody says he's not giving her 90%. She wants 90% and Brody says no. Brody was willing to give her half. She's been there long and willing to give her half, but I don't think I'm willing to give her 90%. That's it's absurd for him. Absolutely, Delicia sounds desperate. Yes. Yep. Yes, Angela was already told Delicia don't support the relationship. Was already told that Delicia don't support the relationship. She's picking something up. Yes, Angela Atkinson, thank you very much for the correction. Delicia was stupid for telling Angelina her plan. If she didn't suspect anything, she does now. Cheaper to keep her. Angelina is definitely listening very carefully to Delicia. How are you today, Angela Phillips? We hope you're doing well. How are you feeling? Everything going good? Shayla learned this behavior from Amber. No, she didn't. That's another thing. When you're saying Shayla learned this thing from Amber, I see. That was another narrative I heard as well too. But then we also remember that Shayla has done this before. So she can learn something what she learned before. Shayla and Amber were not childhood friends. Shayla and Amber were not childhood friends. So Shayla has actually done this before. She's done everything what she did to Amber before. You look like you forget. That's why you have Delicia. I find it interesting of the Angelina character because yesterday she asked Delicia, what was she doing when Shayla was going off on Iman and the young lady? This is why I said that Shayla is a disgusting bottom feeder. Oh, Angelina for clearing that for me. Angela for thank you, Angela, for clearing that. Absolutely. Woody Woodpeckers placed some device in the plant, eh? Yep. I think so. Shayla went there and jumped Anthony while he was intoxicated. What she did is beyond low. Not just that, she did that did that on her own volition. Amber was trying to get Shayla to stay the night, but Shayla had her head stuck on Anthony. Correct. Delicia doesn't understand what hush money is. Delicia doesn't listen. And she is running her mouth to the wrong person. Who the lady is that is with Iman is irrelevant. When you're getting 15,000 plus, she's Iman's stylist. That's what I'm coming to realize as well, Donna. Iman has also kept her on as a stylist. Yes, she is. Let's see. Amber asked her to stay at the convo. Angelina been playing the game for a while now, but D let Lauren and Carly know she spoke with her about Shayla and Iman. They school her because she can't outsmart the veteran. She can't outsmart the veteran 304, eh? Amber should not have let him leave, period. Damn sending Anthony with Dalen. Well, but come on. I mean, but now, listen. you're okay. Rusan, your wife is not going to think that you're not going to go home and get some rest. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. You look here. I can give you, Rusan, I can give you that Amber was very, very supportive of Shayla and nonchalant when it came to Anthony and kept allowing Shayla in a relationship. I can concede that to you. But come on now, friends. Come on. Okay, let me give you another one. Anthony could have not answered the door. I'm just saying. There are so many could have, would have, should have that could have happened. Again, I'm not trying to pick up for the Amber character, but me have to call a spade a spade. And I'm not picking up for the Anthony character either or picking up for the Shayla character, but I have to call a spade a spade. Amber did not do anything wrong. As far as Anthony going upon him thing with Shayla going there to go get him. What did she do wrong? What kind of piece did she do wrong this? I just cannot get I can't get behind that. I can't get behind that. The woman does wrong. The woman just go after her best friend's husband. Nothing else to talk about. It's like you deliberately went there. And by the way, just like I said before, Rusan, she did have a man. It's not like this woman don't have a man. She have a man. So she's not even a single woman. She has a man. That's it. You have a man, you're not single, and you're gone after somebody's husband. Come on, man. I don't know how else to ratio that out. I just don't know. That's why it is important for the public to find out that Shayla went to Dalton Estate when Anthony was drunk, so the narrative can be changed. It still won't change it because they're going to find ways and means of trying to say it's not so. Delicia said that the money she makes and whatever extra money he gives her. Delicia sounds as crazy as Shayla. Iman is driving her crazy. What if Delicia is doing this on purpose because she's throwing shades on Shayla from yesterday, but it just went over her head? Well, maybe. If they are a husband and wife, why send him home? Because he wanted to go stay in them house. Okay, hold on. What are we arguing here? I'm not certain what's going on. Hold on, I'm getting a lot of backlash. Let me see. Okay, hold on. Hold on, friends. What do you mean, why send him home if they're my husband and wife? They lived in two separate places. Amber had her condo, she never wanted to leave. Anthony lived inside him house. Look, the man didn't go home with Shayla. He went home with his friend, his best friend, who took him home. He took him home to go into him bed. Friends, I don't know what y'all are trying to call. The point is this. Shayla realized the man was drunk and said, here comes a time when I feel like I can get into, Anthony's bed. You know what, Amber, I'm not going to stay tonight. I think I'm going to just go home. She goes over to the husband's place and she goes to fiddle with the man. That's it. If we're going to use the blame game, the only person that can be blamed in that scenario is the person who initiated all of that. None of the other parties had any inkling to do that except the Shayla character. Friends, stop trying to absolve Shayla of this. She's to be blamed. She cannot get absolved because she's to be blamed. That's it. That is it. Doing this from middle school. Good, O'Neill. Treatment is going well. That's good to know. Von's letting Amber and Shayla was going, you think Amber know Shayla was going after her husband? Don't blame Amber. Exactly. You don't know. How am I going to know? How will I know that you're going to go after my own spouse? I don't know that. I'm not like a mind reader. But that's it. So I see what you're saying, Rusan. I see what you're saying. But that's the only thing. You see, when it comes to that moment, that's the only thing that's there that we've seen. The other moments I understand, meaning when Amber allows Shayla to do certain things, I get those parts. Wanna win me with those. I'm with y'all. But that particular night of initiation and the subsequent things, them, no man, yeah, blame go where you need to go, man. Ain't nobody gonna get anything different. I'm just making sure. I feel like a lot of people is trying to say them can move it a little bit. Look here. Una know me. When Amber forget beaten, trust me, I come on the channel and I come beat her. But when there is nothing for beat her with, we make a beat her with. It's unfair. It just sound like that's a narrative just making up out of thin ear when they gave me something from my screen, That's just the only little thing. But hey. So Angelina notices what Delicia has been doing. Just watch this.
I'm really convinced. You asked me to come over. You wanted to talk about the plan. I mean,
I want to talk about Shayla and the state and just everything, like not just the plan, but yeah, it's just hard to see. This is my friend, and I'm watching her let this man just drag her through the dirt.
This is true. Babe, I would love to stay and talk, but it is super duper late, and I've got to run.
All right. Well, thank you for coming by.
Listen, and I'm always here for you. Thank you for sharing your.
Let me get down to where there was last night. This is your girl. This is your girl last night was talking about all sorts of things. So let's get to here. Let me get to here. Watch this.
Get out. You are so generous.
Remember, Angelina was in the military. Remember this. Angelina was in the military. Remember that. I'm not backing off of Michelle is to be blamed until somebody can give me something for me to come off of that trek. Una have to give me something. Una need more proof. Angelina was in the military. And the military is good at spying. So this is where we were looking at, that she put a bug in the plant. Angelina is about to catch, I think, Angelina is about to catch Delicia with Iman. This is it. This is it. That's correct as well to Stephanie. She want Iman for herself. I can see that too. Amber and Shayla did go to Detroit together, and Amber went to do her dad play. Her dad's play. Shayla is a rapist. Delicia is talking too much. Angelina can go to jail because this is invasion of privacy. Yes, she can. Yes, she can. She can go to jail for true. Yes. Angelina don't care if Iman is triple dipping. She wants him gone. Follow them to California. Grips to the trip. No. Yes. She was in the military. So I'm looking now. I wanted to know why she planted the bug in there. So the aim is to, I think this is what it is. The aim is to catch Delicia, tell Shayla, and then just open it up so that Shayla leaves Iman. She's hoping. I think she's trying to get Shayla to leave Iman. Yes or no? That's what I've come up with. Delicia's friend told her last night to leave it alone and just get the $15,000, and Iman already paid her rent and for years, so leave Iman business alone. Yes, she made a similar expression. Kai's blood test was discussed. Nothing came out of it. Yes, Angelina, okay. Angelina is on the Delicia. She's sharp. She's on to Delicia. She's sharp. Yes. That's the question. Is she about to get this to happen? So we agree on this. Vansel, we agree on this one. Shayla is not going to believe in nothing. Yes. I think Angelina might blackmail Delicia. I get she gets the evidence. She will not pressure Delicia to put pressure on Iman to leave. She may catch Anthony in her web. Yes, maybe not. Hey, Anthony too confused right now. There's no bug. You don't think there's no bug? Yes. Yes, she wants Sheila with Anthony. Yes. That's what she's looking for. She's just hoping for Anthony and Shayla to get back together, and that's all. All that's in her way right now for the end game. Where's this kid showing Amber kissing her in her ex in LA? She thinks that is going to send Shayla back to Anthony. That's what I think it is. Mary, that's what I think it is. I'm reading y'all's comments. She wants some gone. She wants him gone. She wants Shayla with Anthony. But I don't know if Anthony really wants Shayla back. He wants to sleep with her. Shayla has a reason for the breakup of the marriage. For sure. I'm calling her cold-heartedly. Yes. Yup. Shayla won't care about Delicia. She likes to share. Delicia is about to lose everything. Don't think that Angelina put a bug in the plant, though. You don't think so? She was in the military. A military plus spy. Because Anthony knows how they are. They're dirty. Rice pot. Nice plot twist, Sabrina. It's a good plot twist. What Sabrina said. Shayla will not leave Iman for nothing in this world. Well, she believes this would happen. And you know, whether or not we think it, I guess, no. It would be a plot twist if Anthony get caught up in it, though. No, I'm a little off topic, but I still don't believe that Kai is Anthony's son. And only the more and more you say that Anthony needs to spend time with his son, truth be revealed. That's right. That's true. Hey, I don't mind if it's not his kid. He doesn't need to father it. Rusan, I'm with you. If it ain't his kid, he don't need to father it. I'm with you, man. I'm with you. I'm with you on that one for sure. If I don't feel picnic, he never father it. For what? After I'm not a boo the fool. Angelina is evil. She's good at hiding things. First the DNA, and now the hidden divorce. I need her to hide some money from me else. That's good right there. Oh boy. We are following the skit. Angelina is becoming an Inspector Gadget. Gosh. Listen to me, this is who Angelina is, and that's what I'm playing, you know? What you call her, Inspector Gadget? I can't. I mean, you call her Inspector Gadget. That's what you call her, Inspector Gadget. Hold on, let me see. I have a side by side of she and Inspector Gadget. Y'all are out of pocket, I swear. Y'all are just totally out of pocket, man. Y'all are out of pocket, I swear. Just like that, eh? How dare you guys call Angela Inspector Gadget? She is though. She is being Inspector Gadget though. That is for sure. That is a good one. Sharon reviews. That's a good one. She is being Inspector Gadget for sure. Well, you know what? I would say this. She's stealing money from those companies that she's trusted. Yes. Yes, she has. Look here. This is what I've come to realize with Angelina. If Anthony gets close to Shayla, or put it this way, if Anthony lets Angelina help him with assets, his money will be gone. This is what I know. I'm standing on this. Yes, true or false? If he allows this to happen, I think his money gone. I'm starting to realize that Angelina is crooked. It's just the truth. This is what I noticed. She is crooked. She is crooked. I'm watching Angelina and I'm realizing that she is extremely crooked. If Anthony ever allows Angelina to start to watch money for him, his money gone. Y'all think Darren crooked? You must have never hear about Angelina. If y'all think Darren is crooked, y'all must have never hear about Angelina. Angelina maybe want to set it up for Shayla to catch Iman with Delicia. Exactly. Angelina's going to take it all from him. That's correct. That is correct. Shayla wants the Amber's house to essay her husband. Went to Amber's house to do that. Yep. I noticed this. Can you imagine if Angelina hear that Anthony was smelling of Delicia's perfume? All hell would break loose. Holding on to Brody's money, and that's why I can't divorce her. Exactly. True. Anthony's money is in better hands with them. We agree on that, Rusan. We agree on that. If Anthony ever made the mistake of putting a dime in Angelina's name, it's gone. Right now, Darren is not even close. Start with the writers and ideas. Well, hey, this is what it is. What can I do? Anthony and Angela were the younger version of Angelina and Brody. He was warned yesterday by Brody. That is true. Do you think that Shayla will leave Iman also if she catches in bed with Delicia? I think that she will blame Delicia for seducing Iman. Exactly. I think so. Where's Darren, Ben, and his wife? I think they're probably on break. She'll be manipulating left, right, and center. I can't believe that he would want to go back to that mess. I don't think he does. I think well, hey, I don't know. Angela put it in her name and Kai's name and Shayla's name. He won't get a thing. Only know what I'm thinking? Why would Angelina want Anthony and Shayla together? Because she knows Kai isn't Anthony's child and she wants Kai to be taken care of by a rich man. True. I agree. Totally agree with that as well. Angelina is going to catch him and I believe so. They never finished a skit with Angelina and Patty in New Orleans. His money would be in better hands instead of Angelina and Shayla. All right, friends, that's our power hour for the evening. It's such a great discussion with y'all. Let me go recollect myself and I might come back tonight. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thank you all very much for commenting. Thank you all very much for coming in. I love y'all as always. Keep supporting the channel. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a wonderful evening.
Welcome to the audio show. All I've got is just for you. You ready for my beef tonight? I'm okay, just treat me right. Come in, me people, come in, me friend. What you gonna do when you come to defend? Question ask, me answer them. Wheel it up and pull it up and mash again.